Hi everyone, welcome to Lispend Campus. Common daily phrases. Unlock fluent English with 700 essential daily sentences. 201. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. Key phrase, cross that bridge. Saying to deal with a problem only when it arises. 202. I'm all thumbs today. Key phrase, all thumbs. Saying you are clumsy or awkward with your hands. 203. Don't add fuel to the fire. Key phrase, add fuel to the fire. Advising not to make a bad situation worse. 204. It's raining cats and dogs. Key phrase, raining cats and dogs. Describing very heavy rain. 205. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Key phrase, eggs in one basket. Advising to diversify rather than rely on one option. 206. Let's stick to the plan. Key phrase, stick to the plan. Encouraging to follow the agreed course of action. 207. That's a double-edged sword. Key phrase, double-edged sword. Referring to something that has both benefits and drawbacks. 208. I'll catch up with you later. Key phrase, catch up. Saying you'll meet or talk to someone later. 209. It's a piece of cake. Key phrase, piece of cake. Describing something very easy. 210. Don't blow your own horn. Key phrase, blow your own horn. Advising not to brag or boast about yourself. 211. I've hit the nail on the head. Key phrase, hit the nail. Saying you've said or done exactly the right thing. 212. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Key phrase, fingers crossed. Saying you're hoping for good luck or success. 213. That's a different kettle of fish. Key phrase, kettle of fish. Referring to a situation that is entirely different. 214. I'm over my head with this. Key phrase, over my head. Saying you are overwhelmed or don't fully understand something. 215. Let's think outside the box. Key phrase, outside the box. Encouraging creative or unconventional thinking. 216. That's the icing on the cake. Key phrase, icing on the cake. Describing an additional benefit or bonus. 217. Don't beat around the bush. Key phrase, beat around the bush. Advising to talk directly without avoiding the main point. 218. It's a blessing in disguise. Key phrase, blessing in disguise. Referring to something that seems bad but turns out to be good. 219. Let's bite the bullet. Key phrase, bite the bullet. Saying to face a difficult or unpleasant situation with courage. 220. The ball is in your court. Key phrase, ball in your court. Saying it's someone else's turn to take action. 221. I'm running on empty. Key phrase, running on empty. Describing feeling exhausted or low on energy. 222. Don't bark up the wrong tree. Key phrase, bark up the wrong tree. Saying someone is pursuing the wrong idea or course of action. 223. I'll lend a helping hand. Key phrase, helping hand. Offering to help someone. 224. I've got my hands full. Key phrase, hands full. Describing being very busy or occupied. 225. Let's call it a day. Key phrase, call it a day. Suggesting to end work or an activity for the day. 226. It's all water under the bridge. Key phrase, water under the bridge. Referring to past events that no longer matter. 227. I'm in a pickle. Key phrase, in a pickle. Saying you're in a difficult or problematic situation. 228. I can't wrap my head around it. Key phrase, wrap my head around. Describing something difficult to understand or accept. 229. Let's keep our fingers on the pulse. Key phrase, fingers on the pulse. Advising to stay aware of current trends or events. 230. That's the straw that broke the camel's back. Key phrase, straw that broke the camel's back. Referring to the final event that causes a breakdown. 231. I'm in the zone. Key phrase, in the zone. Describing being fully focused or performing at your best. 232. Let's pull some strings. Key phrase, pull strings. Describing using influence or connections to achieve something. 233. It's like a walk in the park. Key phrase, walk in the park. Describing something very easy or pleasant. 234. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Key phrase, count chickens. Advising not to assume success before it happens. 235. I'm keeping my eye on the ball. Key phrase, eye on the ball. Saying you're staying focused on the task at hand. 236. Let's not bite off more than we can chew. Key phrase, bite off more. Advising not to take on too much at once. 237. I'm hitting the books. Key phrase, hitting the books. Saying you are studying hard. 238. Let's put our heads together. Key phrase, put heads together. Suggesting to collaborate or brainstorm ideas. 239. It's a hot potato. Key phrase, hot potato. Referring to a controversial or sensitive issue. 240. I'm pulling my weight. Key phrase, pulling my weight. Saying you are contributing your fair share. 241. Let's test the waters. Key phrase, test the waters. Suggesting to try something out before fully committing. 242. I'm walking on eggshells. Key phrase, walking on eggshells. Describing being cautious to avoid upsetting someone. 243. Don't open old wounds. Key phrase, open old wounds. Advising not to revisit past issues or arguments. 244. I'm not out of the woods yet. Key phrase, out of the woods. Saying you are not yet free from trouble or danger. 245. Let's make a clean break. Key phrase, clean break. Suggesting to end something decisively and completely. 246. It's a storm in a teacup. Key phrase, storm in a teacup. Referring to a big fuss over a small problem. 247. I'm breaking new ground. Key phrase, breaking new ground. Saying you are doing something innovative or pioneering. 248. Don't miss the boat. Key phrase, miss the boat. Advising not to miss an opportunity. 249. Let's pick up the slack. Key phrase, pick up the slack. suggesting to take on additional work to help out. 250. I'm shooting for the stars. Key phrase, shooting for the stars. Saying you are aiming for something very ambitious. 251. I'm on the fence about it. Key phrase, on the fence. Saying you're undecided or unsure about something. 252. Don't rock the boat. Key phrase, rock the boat. Advising not to cause problems or disrupt a situation. 253. I'm at a crossroads. Key phrase, at a crossroads. Describing being at a point where you need to make an important decision. 254. Let's burn the midnight oil. Key phrase, burn the midnight oil. Saying you're working late into the night. 255. I'm out of my depth. Key phrase, out of my depth. Saying you're in a situation that is beyond your ability or knowledge. 256. Don't put the cart before the horse. Key phrase, cart before the horse. Advising not to do things in the wrong order. 257. I'll take it with a grain of salt. Key phrase, grain of salt. Saying you will view something with skepticism or not take it too seriously. 258. It's not my cup of tea. Key phrase, not my cup of tea. Saying something is not to your liking or preference. 259. That's the last straw. Key phrase, last straw. Referring to the final event that causes frustration or a decision. 260. I'm just killing time. Key phrase, killing time. Saying you're passing time while waiting for something. 261. It's up in the air. Key phrase, up in the air. Referring to something that is uncertain or undecided. 262. Let's call a spade a spade. Key phrase, call a spade a spade. Encouraging to speak plainly and directly about the truth. 263. I'm playing devil's advocate. Key phrase, devil's advocate. Saying you're arguing a different point of view, not necessarily your own, to explore ideas. 264. It's water off a duck's back. Key phrase, water off a duck's back. Describing a situation where criticism or remarks have no effect. 265. Let's get the ball rolling. Key phrase, get the ball rolling. suggesting to start an activity or project. 266. Don't spill the beans. Key phrase, spill the beans. Advising not to reveal a secret or confidential information. 267. It's not rocket science. Key phrase, not rocket science. Saying something is simple or easy to understand. 268. I'm barking up the wrong tree. Key phrase, barking up the wrong tree. Saying you're pursuing the wrong idea or solution. 269. That's the elephant in the room. Key phrase, elephant in the room. Referring to a major issue everyone is avoiding. 270. Don't jump to conclusions. Key phrase, jump to conclusions. Advising not to make decisions or assumptions without full information. 271. It's a slippery slope. Key phrase, slippery slope. Referring to a situation that could quickly lead to worse outcomes. 272. I'm all ears. Key phrase, all ears. Saying you're ready and eager to listen. 273. Let's go back to the drawing board. Key phrase, back to the drawing board. Suggesting to start over because the current plan isn't working. 274. It's a catch, 22. Key phrase, catch, 22. Referring to a situation where there's no good solution because of contradictory conditions. 275. I'll cross my fingers for you. Key phrase, cross my fingers. Saying you're wishing someone good luck. 276. Don't cry over spilled milk. Key phrase, cry over spilled milk. Advising not to worry about things that cannot be changed. 277. Let's keep it under wraps. Key phrase, under wraps. Saying to keep something a secret. 278. I'll play it by ear. Key phrase, play it by ear. Saying you'll handle a situation as it happens without planning ahead. 279. That's cutting corners. Key phrase, cutting corners. Referring to doing something in a cheap or careless way to save time or effort. 280. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Key phrase, bite the hand. Advising not to harm or be ungrateful to someone who helps you. 281. I'm over the moon. Key phrase, over the moon. Saying you're extremely happy or excited. 282. That's a dime a dozen. Key phrase, dime a dozen. Referring to something very common and not valuable. 283. Don't let the cat out of the bag. Key phrase, cat out of the bag. Advising to keep something a secret. 284. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. Key phrase, needle in a haystack. Referring to something very hard or impossible to find. 285. I'm snowed under with work. Key phrase, snowed under. Describing being very busy or overwhelmed with tasks. 286. Let's jump on the bandwagon. Key phrase, jump on the bandwagon. Saying to join others in doing something popular or trendy. 287. That's the best of both worlds. Key phrase, best of both worlds. Referring to a situation where you can enjoy two different advantages. 288. Don't poke the bear. Key phrase, poke the bear. Advising not to provoke someone or something. 289. I'll take it with open arms. Key phrase, open arms. Saying you'll welcome something or someone gladly. 290. That's the tip of the iceberg. Key phrase, tip of the iceberg. Referring to a small part of a much larger problem or situation. 291. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Key phrase, rock and a hard place. Saying you're in a difficult situation with no good choices. 292. I'm skating on thin ice. Key phrase, skating on thin ice. Describing being in a risky or dangerous situation. 293. That's par for the course. Key phrase, par for the course. Referring to something normal or expected in a situation. 294. I'm in the same boat. Key phrase, same boat. Saying you're in the same situation as someone else. 295. Let's get down to brass tacks. Key phrase, brass tacks. Suggesting to focus on the most important details. 296. Don't jump the gun. Key phrase, jump the gun. Advising not to act too soon or without thinking. 297. It's a blessing in disguise. Key phrase, blessing in disguise. Saying something that seems bad turns out to be good. 298. I'll bend over backwards for you. Key phrase, bend over backwards. Saying you'll make a great effort to help someone. 299. That's food for thought. Key phrase, food for thought. Referring to something worth thinking seriously about. 300. I'm chomping at the bit. Key phrase, chomping at the bit. Describing being eager or impatient to do something. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others. Keep practicing, and see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Take control, don't stop, just let it roll. Feel the bass, feel the beat, moving right beneath your feet. Step into the vibe, let it wrap you tight. Colors in the sound, painting up the night. Horn blast popping, keys so clean. We're riding on the groove machine. Funky! Clap your hands, let your body sway. Funky! Feel the groove, let it take you away. Funky! Don't hold back, let the rhythm play. We're grooving till the break of day. Shake it up, break it down, let the funk surround. Catch the groove, don't lose the sound. The beat is tight, the funk profound. Feet keep moving, the floor's on fire. Melody lifting, hearts rise higher. Bassline bumping, horns so mean. We're lost in the groove machine. Funky! Clap your hands, let your body sway. Funky! Feel the groove, let it take you away. Till the break of day. Ride the wave, stay in the scene. Oh yeah, we're living the groove machine. Fade out with sax and funky beats. Stay in the scene. Oh yeah, we live in the groove machine. Fade out with sax and funky beats.